folks, I'm Tom Vassell. Welcome to Week in Review. This is a video that we do every week where we review the week and all the politics and news. Now, we just take actually a look at our reviews that we did over the past week and tell you what we think of them. You want to see the full stuff, the full reviews, the full videos? We have the links in the description below. Let's get going.
Hey everybody, Z Garcia here. Last week we put out a top 10 games we're looking forward to at Essen, and I also did a top 10 game expansions I'm looking forward to at Essen. Check those out. And then I've got some game reviews here. I reviewed Carson City, the card game. I rate this a 5 out of 10. It uses a lot of dummy players if you're playing with fewer than 4. So if you're playing with 2 people, you need 2 dummy players. 3 people, still need a dummy player. That really wrecks any of the strategy in the game. I like the city building okay, but the rest of the game just gets really kind of destroyed because of that main mechanism, and so I was not a big fan of it. I reviewed 13 Ghosts. This is a very tiny card game, sort of love letter-esque, and it takes, 8 minutes to play, it feels like. I really like it. You're discovering one card which has been tucked face down aside, and you got to figure out which card the other players are holding, 1 through 13. I rate this a 7 out of 10. It knows what it is. It's a super filler, right? But it's cute, and I like the artwork in it. And then I reviewed Fertility. This is from Catch Up Games. I rate this an 8 out of 10, and it's a real solid tile placement, and then taking the stuff you've gathered and giving yourself scoring opportunities. Really fun game. It looks a little bit busy, which is my main complaint about it, but the gameplay is fantastic. So there you go. That's it for me. I'll see you on the next one.
Hey folks, welcome back to another week in review. I did a couple of reviews this week. First of all was an Endangered Orphans of Condal Cove by Certifiable Games. Gave this one a 6 out of 10 because I did enjoy slightly the gameplay. It was fun-ish, except it was a little bit too heavy on the take that element, but the component quality was really good, so I gave it a 6 and not just a 5. So that was pretty neat. Go check that out as well. There is also The Walking Dead No Sanctuary by Cryptozoic and the Sadler Brothers. They gave this one a 7 out of 10 because while I struggled with the rulebook and putting how everything works together, had to watch some videos to kind of understand how everything worked together, I did enjoy the experience. It's a very thematic experience, and if you like the TV show, then this is probably something you'll want to go search out because they did a good job at providing a sandbox of sorts in that whole TV show genre. So they did a great job of capturing the TV show in the game. Also did top 10 games to demo at Essen. This was a single list that I did on my own. These are the games that I have played, all but one of them, that I think you should go check out at Essen if you're going to be there. And then we also did, as a group, we did the top 10 anticipated games that are coming out at Essen. So those are 2 different lists there. One is just by myself, the other one is with the other 2. And then also there was a Token Punch Lunch release this week as well. Great episode, a lot of good stuff in that one, so check that out too. And that's it from me this week. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side.
All right, thanks guys. For me, Dice Club, one of the worst games I'd played in a while. It has 2 separate halves. One half you gamble, the other half you basically do like a fight club type thing. Both halves are equally horrific. The Brady Bunch game, man, I really thought I would like this game from Big G Creative. The problem with this game is that it's a social deduction game, except you don't really know who you are. You kind of go for what you think. You're going to be a tattletale or you're going to be the troublemaker. And because of that lack of knowledge, the game just doesn't work very well. Age of Towers. This game is beautiful. It's a tower placement, worker defense, tower defense type game. It's great. And then there's a lot of take that in it. And the take that is so chaotic, it actually drops the game a couple points for me. Oregon Trail. This is not the original card game. This is the new board game. It is much better than the card game was. But it's still this whole, oh man, we have to go to Oregon. We have to survive. People are dying left and right. And there's just too much randomness and luck for me to really like it. Yes, if you like the Oregon Trail computer game, this will be a nice nostalgic game for you. Other than that, I didn't care for it. Rock the Bach. This is a game in which you're trying to get animals into a festival and have the right amount of tickets. There's some interesting ideas here where you're revealing cards all at the same time. It's not bad. Embark. This is one where you're trying to get people onto ships from Philip to Barry. You're sending them out, and then you're going to place them out on these different islands. There's a lot of good ideas in this game, and it gels into a decent game, but it's not as exciting as I had hoped it to be. Patchwork Express, this is a faster version of Patchwork, which I don't know was something people were asking for. But if you do like Patchwork, but you wish you could play it in 10, 15 minutes, that's what this game does. Photo Finish. This is a game that I like. I don't think everyone's going to like it. Several people I play with don't. Where you flip a tile over and look at 4 cards and figure out the order that they're going to finish on the next card. It's a lot of fun for me trying to figure that out. This one's going to move this far. The terrain does this. But it's going to be a game where the person who's fastest at doing that will get the points. Monster Crunch, this game here, based on cereals, Frankenberry and Count Chocula and Fruit Brute, is basically a shedding game or a ladder climbing game where you're trying to get rid of all your cards. It's a very simple version of it, but great production values. I enjoyed this one. Ahio, this is a Tetris, the board game. That's really what it is. You're dropping these Tetris-shaped pieces, forming, filling up your festival and making lines and getting points, but also trying to get shapes of the same color next to each other. Production values could have been a little bit better, but I really did enjoy it. City of Gears. I'm so glad to finally see this one out. This is a game that scales well. As you send out robots into a city, you have these gear tokens. You're going to put them in there to help control the city or keep them for special abilities. Some tough choices, not a long game, and great production values. And then Planet. This is from Blue Orange Games. You have a 3-dimensional planet where you're putting magnetic sides onto this planet and then manipulating it, moving it around, trying to get different areas of sizes out there. It is a lot of fun. I was very impressed with this one. We also did another top 10 in our top 100 games of all time. And we did our top 10 anticipated games from Essen. So the games that we're looking forward to trying out at Essen. And then I even did my top 20 games that you should check out at Essen. Actually, I changed it to 21 games. And I did it. If you like live stuff, keep an eye on our channel. Each week, I usually do a live Q&A. I also do crowd surfing every other week. We did one of those where I did that live if you want to learn more about Kickstarter. And Dice Tower tonight, me, Eric, and Crystal do a show where we do a game show, talk about games. It's just a lot of fun. So keep an eye out for those things. All right, that's what we did over the past week. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Tom Vassell, and this has been Look Back on the Dice Tower.